I decided to take a little drive today from my campsite, and this place, it's only 30 minutes away from where I was camping. It's right below Spokane, Washington, and it's a wildlife refuge. So it's Turnbull National Wildlife Refuge. And the reason why I decided to come here is because I was looking for things in the area to see and explore and film and just go explore. And I found this place, and well, it didn't look too like interesting as far as like scenery, but there were tons of pictures with moose in the pictures. And there were lots of reviews, tons and tons of reviews saying people saw moose out here. So if I'm not going to see a bear, then I'll take seeing a moose again, because I've already seen a moose before in Colorado. But you guys know me. I love animals. I love wildlife. So we're going to drive around this. I'm not going to get out and hike or anything because I do have a little one and it is hot today. And, well, I don't want to run up on wildlife with my little dog with me. So I'm going to be smart and I'm just going to drive the scenic route. Hope to see some wildlife. Hope to see some scenic stuff. Well, this is my first time exploring the eastern side of Washington, and it feels like stepping into a different chapter of this state. This National Wildlife Refuge stretches out before me, a land born of fire and ice, shaped by ancient volcanoes and carved by the mighty floods of the last ice age. Here, open grasslands meet quiet pine forests and wetlands, each holding its own kind of beauty. Now, driving these peaceful roads, I feel the calm settle in, knowing this place protects moose, elk, and countless birds. It's a sanctuary not just for wildlife, but for the soul. And I can't help but hope for a glimpse of those wild residents who call this place home. So just to be on the safe side, there was like a little ranger station at the entrance of this place. So I stopped and went inside and talked to one of them, because I know sometimes these roads at these wildlife refuges can get pretty narrow. So I wanted to make sure that the bus could fit on the road, because it is a one-way road and it's 5.5 miles long. And I don't want to get to a section where I'm just like, oh great, and then have to turn around and go down a one-way road the opposite way. So I'm driving very slow because I'm trying to look everywhere, but I think maybe I'll just stop at a couple of places, because there is a little bit of couple of pull-offs, and maybe just sit in the bus and just kind of wait for a little bit and see if I see anything come creeping by. I'm hoping to really see a moose, because, well, there were tons of reviews and pictures of people seeing moose out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for a minute, because it's hard to film and drive and look all over the place while you're driving all together. Well, I sat here at this little spot for about 20 minutes. It was a pretty wide open spot, so I felt like if something was gonna come frolicking through the grass somewhere, it would be this spot. But I'm only not even a mile into this 5.5 mile drive around the Refuge. I'm probably saying that wrong, so I'll probably catch some slack for that. So I guess we'll continue on, see if we can find anything. Alright, so for everyone that's made it this far in the video so far and has already been in the comment section correcting me on how to say refuge, I just asked somebody and they were like, oh, I believe it's refuge. Alright, well, down here is some water. And when there's water, you would think that there's animals, wildlife. So, I'm gonna sit up here and hope to catch some kind of wildlife that might be thirsty. It is warm out here today. I think it's supposed to be 90 where I'm at right now. But I've only seen one other car on this road, on this little drive through the Refuge. So it's pretty peaceful out here, actually. Very peaceful. I don't really like hiking through bear and moose country. I just don't like doing it, especially if it's like in secluded areas with like not a lot of other people and stuff. If there was like trails and there was a bunch of other people, even though I don't like hiking trails like that, I would hike those kind of trails because I know there's other people out there. Or if I had somebody hiking with me, then I would do the trails. But to hike in bear and moose country by myself makes me a little worried. And then obviously because I have my little dog, and even though I have the bus now, a bigger vehicle for her to be in, I don't really want to leave her in the bus for hours while Mama goes in, does some hiking. She has separation issues from me. So there is a lot of trails out here, like this one. You can go down here to a lake, to probably that lake overlook. But I just don't think it's smart to hike with my little one, not in bear and moose country. Not gonna lie, I feel like a little creeper. I feel like I'm out like stalking some wildlife right now. I am. I'm like creeping on these wildlife animals. I'm going like 5 miles per hour. I haven't even seen like birds. Like, it looks dead out here. I even asked the ranger that I talked to, I said, I heard there was moose out here. That's why I'm here. And he said, oh yeah, there's moose. I didn't ask about bear because, you know, we all know that. I don't waste my time with that. Here, little moose, 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 moose. Or deer, or birds, turtles, or rabbits. Just give me something. Something. Got a dog. So I stopped here, and I'm leaving little one inside the bus, but there's like a little bridge you can walk over. So we're gonna go walk over this little bridge because it's really not that far from the parking lot. Oh, that was a bird. A bird came flying up out of the grass. See this little bridge. So maybe it's a bridge that goes over water. Water has wildlife, ideally. Okay, boardwalk. Hopefully there's not a moose on the boardwalk. Hello, little birdie. Do you know where the bigger wildlife is, birds? Hmm? Can you help a girl out here? Okay, so nothing really down this boardwalk. Except for some overgrown weeds, like a marsh. And this place is like a ghost town. It's a ghost town from animals and humans. I like the human part, but give me some wildlife. I only have like 1 more mile to go on this drive. That's my sad face. I mean, if anything, it was still nice to come take a drive here, see the place. It was peaceful. And I have to tell you guys, because about 2 years ago, I did explore the western part of Washington and then the North Cascade Mountain Range of Washington. And the scenery over here is totally different. Like, I don't see a whole bunch of mountains and stuff like that. And I started from the bottom of the southeast corner of Washington and drove it up all the way close to Spokane, and pretty much the whole scenery was a bunch of this. So it's mostly like grass and trees. It's like grassland. And due to the wildfires that are going on everywhere up here, we had no choice but to come to the eastern part of Washington. I mean, it definitely has a different feel, different vibe, everything. I feel like over here it's a little bit more peaceful looking, if that makes sense. Just because of how spread out it is and open and green. All right, I'm gonna sit here for a minute, see if I can catch anything. If not, we got 1 more mile to go. Driving through this area was nothing short of peaceful. The road wound gently through wide open grasslands, quiet wetlands, and scattered pine forests, each turn offering a new shade of eastern Washington's beauty. Now, I didn't spot any wildlife this time, but that didn't take away from the experience. Just seeing this different side of the state was enough to make the drive worth it. Washington truly is a land of contrasts, each corner holding its own kind of magic. From those misty shores and towering evergreens of the west, to the rugged peaks of the North Cascades, and now the golden calm of the east. Everywhere you go in this state, it feels like stepping into a different painting. I've fallen completely in love with the Pacific Northwest. There's so much beauty up here, and it never stops surprising me.